Hey DKI, Ken Copeland here, Director of Business Development with DKI Pro Supply, and it's time to take five. Today we're talking background checks. With us from Quick Search, we have VP of Sales, John Page. How are you doing today, John?
Hey, I'm doing great, Ken. Thank you for the time with your DKI members, and we're sure excited to be a partner with DKI, a longtime partner.
Yep. Well, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. And joining us by phone with JL Fox, we have Gary Burton, who is in business development. Tried to get him on video, but I think he broke the camera. So we're going to have to deal with Gary looking like a gray phone, and we'll talk with him that way. So how you doing today, Gary?
Doing great, Ken. Thanks for having us on board.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. So, John, Quick Search isn't they don't just do one thing. Can you talk to us about some of the services that Quick Search offers to clients?
Sure, Ken. We do the background screening, we do the drug testing, we do custom ID badges. So we have a suite of services to help DKI members hire the best and vet the people before they bring them on board.
So why is that important? Why is it important to do the background checks? I mean, what is the, from a business perspective, why go through the additional expense and the time it takes to background check somebody?
Great question, Ken. But no, it's super important to protect the clients that the DKI members have. You want to make sure that about 30% of Americans have criminal records, and it's super important that they go through a vetting process. So you obviously protect your people in your office. You're protecting the policyholder. You don't get hit with any negligent hiring claims, and you meet the TPA and the insurance carrier requirements. Both the insurance carrier and TPAs have pretty strict background screening requirements.
Very cool. And just let everybody know, I'm not one of that 30%. How you don't fall in that 30%, right, John?
No, I don't.
Gary, you're good. Okay.
I'm good.
All right. So, what are some of the features that separate Quick Search from other companies in the industry?
Well, number one is we have a specialty advanced background screening portal that's been designed for this industry. So each account is customized per the contractor's requirements. It's also customized for the carrier and TPA requirements. So we've got a lot of features built in the system to, for example, add driving records, make the packages very easy. We're integrated with Quest and LabCorp for drug testing. So there's just a lot of things we've built into the system to make it super, super easy for contractors to be compliant, process the background screens, and really vet these people as fast as possible, which is super critical.
Yeah, and I know you guys have been a partner with DKI for a long time, and one thing that our partnership has done is we actually give a credit up to 40 background checks for our members. So we credit back to them a certain amount for these background checks to help them again follow through with the protocols and get engaged and make sure their employees are all well vetted and well approved. So what are some of the new areas you see in the industry?
Well, we're looking closely at things like recruiting software, electronic I-9 software. We're looking at integrating with different applicant tracking systems. So, I mean, we're continuing to, plus the need for custom ID badges. I mean, we see that people like Chubb and State Farm are now requiring ID badges for people to be able to identify themselves. And we're even providing pictures so that contractors can put them in the emails when they make appointments with clients. So that's been a big plus.
That makes a lot of sense. And I know I've seen different forms of badges as well, where you can actually put all their credentials. So if they've been tested and have these different training programs they've been through, you can actually load those onto the badges as well. So that's a great feature you guys are getting into there.
Yeah, we actually have an ID badge designer and an ID badge system. So we get the information from the contractor, we send prototypes, and then we can go back and forth and do a custom design.
That's cool. Very cool. So Gary,
and they're very economical, Ken. They're maybe like $10, $8 to $10 a badge, and we have lots of contractors ordering those now.
And if you really think about it, it's going to save a lot of time too. I mean, if OSHA shows up on a job site, or somebody shows up and wants to do inspection, make sure, people aren't doing things that aren't safe. I mean, you've got all the information right there. So it's a great thing to have. So Gary, you guys have been using Quick Search for quite a while, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So what are some of the things that they do that really, kind of keep you coming back?
Well, initially we were using a couple different firms, and now we just use strictly Quick Search. John and I have a lot of conversations. Their service is just outstanding. We usually see next day at the longest to get a report back. A lot of times we'll get same day service if we get the report request in early enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's a big one there. That really helps the hiring speed that we have. We've been hiring quite a few people lately, and getting that report back makes it a lot easier for us. In the rare case that we do have a question about a report or whatever, John and his team have outstanding response time. They get back to you right away. And then last but not least, the format itself of the report, very easy to use, very easy to read, and very detailed at the same time. So we really enjoy our relationship. And like I like to say that Quick Search is the right name for the company because they quickly do the searches.
Very cool. And I think you on your last comment, you really hit on a key factor. It's the relationships. I mean, because they know what you need and you know what they can provide. And if something's not going right, you know who to call. So it's all about having that relationship and being able to work with them hand in hand. So that's fantastic. And thank you so much for participating with them. They, like I say, they've been a great partner of the Pro Supply program for a long time and a partner of DKI. So John, I know, we talked about TPAs and the insurance companies. They've all got their different guidelines and the ways they want things done. What are some of the TPAs that you guys work with?
Oh, well, we pretty much work with all the TPAs. I mean, we're a preferred vendor for some of Alacrity, Contractor Connection, Nexus, Code Blue, Core, pretty much Sedgwick. So we are pretty much the preferred vendor for all the TPAs. And what we try to do is take the requirements of all the TPAs and winnow those down into a best practice package so that you only have to run a report every year or every 3 years. I mean, we don't want people spending more money than they need to. We want them to meet the requirements and of course, minimize their cost. But they can meet all these programs, which is typically about 50% of a contractor's business seems to be coming from the TPAs.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's great. You guys are kind of bringing it into one package because you don't want to have to do a certain package for, see, that's working at home. You got your dog barking in the background. That's awesome.
Yeah. I should probably hang on. You want me to let my dog out?
No, he's fine. He's fine. Yeah. So that's again, boy, I just lost my train of thought. Being able to have it in one package is fantastic. That way you don't have to do a certain check for this guy and a certain check for this guy, because a lot of our members' employees are going to be multitasking. They're going to be doing different things on different projects just because of the nature of our business.
And Ken, if your guys, I mean, some of your guys have military contracts or commercial contracts, we get those specs and we try to make sure those requirements are built in too, so they're not spending, excessive dollars.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, John, thank you guys for being such a great partner of our program. We really appreciate that. Gary, thank you for joining me today. It's been great to talk to you and get to know you a little bit. For you DKI members, if you don't deal with the hiring, if you're not your HR person, if you don't deal with bringing new people on board, please share this with people, with the company, people in your company that do. John's dog has got me all messed up in my head right now. So share this with with your hiring people. Share this with your owners because Quick Search has a great solution for us. We'll have some contact information at the end of the video. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Ken. We appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.